wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab.
Hey, everybody.
That's Dalitha. I am Travis, and
Hey,
we are
guys.
here for our AEW Road to WrestleMania. No, I don't know what it's called. Double or Nothing pay-per-view.
AEW's Double or Nothing pay-per-view. We're going to do some predictions for it today. That pay-per-view, of course, is on Sunday, May 29th, 2022. That is this weekend, Memorial Weekend, if you're in the States. That's what it's on. And it will be probably starting at, I'm guessing, 5 p.m. Eastern time? No, 7 p.m. Eastern time, right?
Just the norm, yeah.
7 p.m. Eastern time. Anyways, so that's kind of where we're at right now. So we're just going to hurry up and kind of go through the whole quick thing. And Chris is like, hey, Travis and D, you guys watching Impact? No. This is not an Impact thing. We are not watching Impact. We are not doing an Impact show. We're actually going to do our AEW predictions. So that's what we're going to do. So if you miss us out there, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Hopefully you guys will tune in later. And if you can watch us and watch Impact at the same time, even better. All right, so we're going to start out with probably the buy-in match that's going to happen. Oh, and they did add another match.
Yes.
The match that they added is...
O'Reilly.
Oh, yeah. O'Reilly versus Darby.
Darby the house elf.
Don't know if it's going to be a buy-in match or if it's going to be regular,
Yeah,
but
no idea.
Don't care. Anyway, so the buy-in match, which is the buy-in is basically on your preview, you know, the first portion, the pre-show of the whole pay-per-view. That buy-in match is Hookhausen versus Tony Nese and Mark Sterling.
Bum, bum, bum. Who you got?
I don't know, but I'm just going to go with Tony Nese and the Mark Sterling guy.
Not a bad pick. I'm going to go with Housing because Hook's there and Hook hasn't lost yet, and I think they have plans for him moving forward. So I'm going to go with Hookhausen.
Yeah, they have plans for him, all right. Plans for this little tiny weirdo dude that says nothing and has stupid hair.
Mark Sterling is with Jade Cargill. I have a feeling that's probably going to end here pretty soon.
You think that she doesn't need him anymore?
Right. Well, I think there's probably going to be somebody else that takes his position. He was in NXT.
Oh.
And I think he's on his way. I don't know what his name is, though, so.
Okay,
Uneducated.
Interesting. All right, hey, Janelle Jackson.
Hey,
Hi,
Janelle.
how's it going? As I said, hi, Chris. If Film is still here in the background, hey, Film, how's it going? All right, so let's go over, I guess, the O'Reilly versus Darby Allin. We'll just do that one next. Who do you got winning that?
I'm going to go with Darby the house elf.
Okay, well, I'm going with Darby as well. Not because I like either one of them, but because I'd rather have him win than the other guy.
Right, I want an AEW original to win that one.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's see. Most of a lot of the matches that are going to be on this pay-per-view are going to be tournament matches or championship matches or anything like that.
I forgot to look up who won that on Rampage. I'm sure there's a leak. Keep going.
Oh, so let's do a House of Black versus Death Triangle.
House of Black versus Death Triangle. Oh, I just have a feeling it's House of Black's time.
That they're finally going to get a
now,
push.
Death Triangle, they do push hard, and they always have.
Right.
You know what I mean? With Penta and Phoenix.
Right.
And then, obviously, the gymnast, Pac.
Yeah.
But I just have a feeling Death Triangle has to win that with Murphy and... why else
House
are they
of Black,
there?
you mean? Yeah.
Whatever that's called. Anyway, so that's who I'm going to go with. Now, I probably am wrong on that one. I actually do have the Vegas odds I could go into.
I'm going to guess Death Triangle.
Death Triangle.
For that. But that's fine. Moving on.
I like all these wrestlers in this match. You know, Pentagon and Phoenix are literally two of my favorites of all time. I never cared much about Pac, even in WWE, but he's still more or less an original guy.
Right.
On there since their inception. And the House of Black, I don't know the other guy, the Brody, I think is his name.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know who that is. Obviously, I can't even tell you his name. And then, obviously, Aleister Black, Malachi.
And Buddy Murphy.
I'm a fan of him. Betty Murphy I've never liked, so. It just is one of those things. I don't know enough about them. But I do feel like House of Black is the team that needs to win for the show to move forward, I guess you could say. They need it more than Death Triangle does.
Right.
Death Triangle was world champions.
Yes. So next, the Hardys versus the Young Bucks.
Yes, it is. Are you gonna answer that one?
I can, I guess. This kind of came out of nowhere. It's not really anything that they've really built up to. I'm not exactly sure if it's just the old dudes against this not as old dudes.
Right.
Because the Young Bucks aren't like new and upcoming. They've been around the indie circuit for quite a long time. I don't know. I'll say the Young Bucks.
This is one where the Young Bucks have to win, but it makes no sense.
Why would they have to win though? Like,
because they're the better tag team and the Hardys are kind of like a new and up and comer, but that's why it doesn't make sense. So now if you go by it as like they're just tag teams, then the Hardys should win because they need to be pushed to the top because they just signed. It's kind of a new thing. People love them. And there's nothing really going on with the Young Bucks right now besides the storyline coming up soon with the Red Dragons or whatever they call.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So, I mean, the Hardys should win just for that reason.
Right.
I feel like these aren't spoilers.
So, do you think that the Hardys are going to win then, or do you think the Young Bucks are going to win?
The Hardys, I think, are going to win, or the Young Bucks are going to win, but I think the Hardys could definitely win it, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So, I'm going to go with the Bucks.
Okay.
Trying to look at the spoilers before we get to the next match, which is coming up soon.
It's fine. I can skip.
There should be.
Skip one. Anyways. Hey, Sophie said hi and bye. And Luke's in the chat for a second saying hi, Trav and Delatha. Hey, Luke. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us for our prediction show. I have a cat making a lot of noise. Sorry. All right, let's talk about the AEW TBS Championship match. That's Jade Cargill versus Anna Jay. Who do you think's going to win? Do you think Jade will, retain her title?
Autopilot this whole time because I'm trying to look something up real quick.
Or Anna Jay will win and be the new champion.
Jade wins this. She's like champion. A 1,200, a negative 1,200. You have to bet $1,200 on her to win $100 in this match.
Right. I feel like they're giving a lot of oomph to this TBS TV championship by having Jade in there, and she is making a very good champion for that new belt and new championship that they did there. So I feel like it'd be weird if they took it off of her and then gave it to Anna Jay. I feel like she needs to have a feud with somebody specific for a longer period of time rather than just, this person won a match to be able to go against you or whatever, or, it's an open challenge, so whomever, wherever can do whatever.
Right.
So I'm going to say that Jade will retain her title because she should.
Right. So there is no spoilers because it's going to be a live show tomorrow.
Oh.
Because of the pay-per-view. So that does me no good. So we don't know on that.
Right. So we'll do the men's though. Want to spray him before he decides he's going to take a flying leap of joy. Anyways, Luke says, I'm not leaving. Not. Oh, okay, you're not leaving. Good. Somebody is watching us. Yay. Woo. Party on. All right, so the Men's Owen Hart Foundation Tournament finals. This is, of course, the guys that won. They're the two that are going to go up against each other at the final. And that right now is Adam Cole versus Samoa Joe. I'm not sure what these guys win. If they
I don't know if is this a trophy.
They win a trophy
do they
like
win a
with
couple dollars?
what's his face,
Giant.
Andre the Giant kind of stuff, or do they get get like a a ring, or do they get like the here you go, now you can totally be part of the group of people who won things, and I don't know. Now you can go after the championship. I have no idea.
So who are you going with on this one?
Oh my god, I fucking hate both of them. Like, this is the hardest part for me. I don't like them. Samoa Joe's already the ROH dude, right?
Right.
He's the champion there.
This is a tough one. It really is a tough one. I'm
I
pretty
feel
sure
like
Just Joe was the one that beat Cole to become the NXT champion. But I could be wrong there. But
I don't think it was. I don't think.
But
Cole
Adam
had
Cole
it.
might have beat. Adam Cole had it for over a year.
I know, but I don't think he had it when Samoa Joe took it over. I thought
think
somebody else had it.
Joe might have taken it from him even, or vice versa. He might have taken it from Joe.
I don't remember.
I didn't
Anyways,
watch NXT at the time, so if anybody knows that, it's fine to chime in.
right. I'm just gonna say they'll have Adam Cole win.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cole on that one also. And the
Can
women's, we
can I
know
write?
it's going to
Thanks.
be Britt Baker versus
Chris Statlander or
or Ruby Riott.
Ruby Riott.
Who's the heel there or the face? They're kind of both faces.
Both kind of faces.
Chris has been kind of being a little bit more bitchy, saying that nobody took her seriously when she was her alien gimmick, and that's why she changed it. So maybe she will lose. So I'm going to go with Ruby Soho on that one. And then I have a feeling that, they should have Britt Baker win. But it doesn't mean that she.
Okay, so let's put it this way. So if Ruby Riott wins between Chris Statlander and Britt Baker, or Ruby Riott wins between Ruby Riott and Chris Statlander, who do you think would win between Britt Baker and Ruby Riott?
Well, I would like to see Britt, but it'd probably be Ruby. Because they are pushing.
So if Chris Statlander won,
there's not a chance. Then
it would be
she
Britt
loses,
Baker no matter what.
Britt Baker wins that in a landslide. It doesn't make sense for her. It's got to be Ruby Riott that wins that match Friday.
So Ruby Riott's going to win the match,
I
and then you think she's going to win the overall thing?
The whole thing.
Okay.
It makes sense.
No.
If they want to keep pushing her.
Right. We haven't really seen her much. I'm guessing she's probably down in dark a lot more and on Rampage more so than what I've seen her in anything else. So, I guess they could start pushing her. I don't feel that they're going to push Britt Baker into anything more. She was a champion and stuff. They've kind of been putting her on the outskirts of things more so than anything. I think it's weird that they didn't push her lackey, Jamie Hayter, more so than her in the tournament, which I feel is very strange. I think that it's going to be a Ruby Riott win over Chris Statlander because she said, oh, I barely won the last time against her. She gave me a run for her money or whatever. I think she's going to bring her big girl panties and put them on. And then she did the same with Britt Baker. She basically almost didn't win against her too, kind of thing, right?
Right.
That's kind of how it was. So this is just based off of Ruby Riott wins on Friday, since we don't know yet. We can always maybe change this, I guess, if right before. Anyway, so I'm going to go with Ruby Riott also, that she'll probably win that Women's Owen Hart Foundation. But Luke says, I think Britt won't win no matter who her opponent is. It feels like they are doing a fake out. They are making us think she will win as a big heel, but that is to make whoever beats her bigger face. But that is just my gut feeling and how this happened before. I just feel like they're not gonna push Britt in our faces anymore. Right. She's been very lackluster in doing stuff anyways, and I think that she's gonna have to make a decision in life. What's more important to her? Wrestling or having a career as a dentist? Because at some point, something's going to break or something's got to give. Because you can't keep doing that and expect to be good in both things all the time. Your body and your brain just won't keep up with it. It just won't. Not with the way she's been going. There's no way. At some point, it's all going to come crashing down, unfortunately. And hopefully she's just taking a break. We'll give her that chance, right? Anyways, so answer that. Okay. Wardlow versus MJF.
The match I'm most looking forward to on the pay-per-view. Obviously going with Wardlow on this. He is going to receive his freedom.
Right. So this is the stipulations, guys. If Wardlow wins, he is released from his contract with MJF. But if he loses, he is barred from ever signing an AEW contract. And I don't know. You know, I mean, the way that Tony Khan's been going about the way he's been forcing AEW guys away and stuff like that, I really wouldn't be surprised if they did that to Wardlow. But I feel like they've got to push him into a sense that either, one, he goes after the TV championship or two, he goes after the actual full championship.
Right. It depends on how long they want to have the title on the next champion.
Yeah, it does.
Because he's not in that title picture right now.
Yeah.
So if they keep the title on Page,
Mm-hmm.
then Wardlow can challenge him at the next pay-per-view.
Right.
But if they take the title off him and put it on Punk at this pay-per-view,
Mm-hmm.
that means we're not going to get another champion at the next pay-per-view. It'll be a while because they like to keep their champions for a long time. It's almost taboo to have somebody lose it right after they won.
Right.
Now the TNT title, it's a little bit different. The television title,
Yeah.
that one they're just playing badminton with. But
Well, I don't know. I don't know if they've ever. I don't even know if they've done. If what's his face has defended it again since he won it again.
Scorpio?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Anyways, I do hope that Wardlow wins just because I'd like to see him not under the thumb of MJF, get away from that storyline and do something else.
Right. Well, MJF is just fantastic. So move him on to the next character. I don't like that he loses every time, but I get it because they're doing the uber heel,
Yeah.
and then he wins the whole time, and then he loses. He lost to Punk, and then he lost to Wardlow.
Right. So Luke says, I agree, Dalitha. It's getting apparent that her schedule is starting to wear on her. She even looks like she's wore out more and more. Right? I mean, it is. It really is. And at some point, something's got to just give. Whether or not you go for the career that you went through school and paid lots of money to have, or you give it up to be a wrestler until you break something so badly you can't be a wrestler anymore and then go back to being a dentist. I mean, something, right? Anyway, so Luke wants to go with Wardlow, but he says unless Wardlow loses but becomes part of ROH as a swerve.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, God. Please don't.
Don't.
They would just ruin him.
Send him to the
It'd be
minors.
completely ruin him. Flutterpunk's in the chat. Hey, Flutterpunk says apparently Dalitha and I are both matching purple tank tops together.
Boom.
Thumbs up. That's awesome. All right, so we're going to move on real quick. Let's see. Let's do the Anarchy in the Arena. Of course, this is a stipulation type of match, right? Of course, because it has Jericho in it.
Right.
It is the Jericho Appreciation Society versus the Blackpool Combat Club with Eddie Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz included. So the Jericho Appreciation Society, of course, is Jericho, that weird Garcia guy, those two other dudes, and Jake Hager. And then Blackpool Combat Club. It's weird because there's like 3 in that.
Right, but they're only using 2.
So I take it they're using...
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan isn't going to be there. He's injured, right?
Yeah, he'll be there. He showed up on Monday. Or
So
Wednesday.
him and John Moxley, and then Eddie, Santana, and Ortiz will be all together. So who do you think's going to win this Anarchy in the Arena?
I just don't see them having John Moxley lose. So
Do you think that he would go back to drinking if he lost? I feel like it would hurt his Phil Bass.
Don't stop driving my hot.
I feel like...
Yeah, definitely going with the Blackpool Combat Club.
And company.
And friends.
Club and losers. That's what I'm going to call the other 3. Although they're all losers. The Blackpool Club is losers too at this point. Like they're all this big loser butts. Anyways, I'm going to throw a swerve in there. I'm going to say the Jericho.
I hope they do. By the way,
Appreciation Society
I want
wins.
Jericho,
I doubt they'll
definitely want Jericho to win, but it's a bunch of nobodies on his side.
Yeah.
The only one good wrestler is Jericho. I was going to say Hager, but they haven't pushed him at all. He's not good.
No.
Maybe they're saving him for the next Wardlow push. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. All right, and then we're going to get into the actual ones that actually count, like tag team championships, world championships, etc., etc. So let's talk about the AEW World Tag Team Championship match. That is Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, who are your champions right now.
Yes.
Versus Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs versus Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland.
All right, so if a Wednesday is an indication how this match is going to go, it's probably going to be the best match of the night.
Okay.
is what I'm hoping for. And I would just assume they're going to keep the titles on the dinosaurs. The
Jungle
dinosaur
Boy
and
and
the Jungle Boy.
Luchasaurus. Yeah.
It's a hard one for me to see them take the titles and put them on Hobbs and Shaw.
I just think it's weird
Hobbs and Shaw.
because they've had, like, Ricky Starks kind of has had a feud with Jungle Boy, but then Hobbs has had a feud with Keith Lee and Swerve a little bit. So I feel they could do something more with those guys more, and then you could all have like other
Right.
other tag teams come after the championship
So
for a while.
This is what's going to happen in the storyline. At least this is what I believe is going to happen. Jungle Boy is going to be doing something that he should or shouldn't be doing.
Okay.
Christian is going to interfere. Whether it is Christian distracts him and then he gets pinned,
Right.
like he gets a finisher on him and then he gets pinned, or if they get into a shoving match and then it gets in, because I feel like that's the next phase is Jungle Boy solo with Christian, because they've been showing us that. So if they keep the titles on Jungle Boy and Lucha, that angle isn't working unless they just do it over house shows over the next little while.
Right. Okay.
But who's it going to be? Is it going to be Lee and Swerve? That doesn't make any sense either. They just came and
Ricky Starks and Hobbs.
and Keith Lee just got pinned the other day.
Yeah. And Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs aren't really a tag team. I mean, they haven't they're in a group. They're not a tag team.
Which isn't around anymore. It's weird that Taz kind of more of an announcer role now. But anyway, so this one is a really hard one for me because I want to go with Vegas and pick the Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. That's what Vegas has.
Oh, okay. But who do you think's gonna win then?
It's either going to be Lee and Strickland or the Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy. But it really is going to come down to Christian.
Okay.
That's the hardest part. Is what is Christian going to do? Because why they keep hinting that with the Christian thing?
I don't know. And maybe this isn't the time for it to happen. I don't know.
Yeah. So I guess I'm going to go with Jungle Boy and Lucha.
All right. I don't know. I think the same thing.
But Christian's going to interfere?
No, well, I mean, the Luchasaurus, and then we'll still keep it this time around.
If they lose this time, it's because of Christian, though.
Right.
I'm telling you that right now.
Right. Ghostface is in the chat, says, oh, a prediction stream. Yes, predictions. Hey, kitty cat. No. No. Stop it. Get off there. Ah! Well, it looks like, I think Jurassic loses for whatever reason, and then start Jungle Boy going against Christian and them. So he feels like that would be kind of what the way you were just talking about.
Right.
Walter's like, hey, Travis and hey, Deletha, AEW prediction? Cool. Yes, AEW prediction. Walter's like, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus will win, and Wardlow for the win over MJF. Cool beans. That's what we picked, too. All right. So, AEW Women's World Championship match. Your champion Thunder Rosa versus Serena Deeb. Do you think they're going to change any championships in this whole pay-per-view?
I do.
And you think it's going to not be this one?
No. No, Serena Deeb she's not there. She's not anywhere near there, actually.
And Thunder Rosa just got it, and they're trying their hardest to make her relevant and some sort of relevant champion.
Right.
It's not working.
I don't know if you noticed on
hoped.
Wednesday when she was talking, giving her interview, they cut her off. They started playing the music. And so she actually did this, and then hurried and cut it off. Like, I'm coming for you, and then done.
Yeah.
It's like, what? It was pretty nuts. So they cut her off.
Well, they're giving too much talking time to other people.
Yeah,
so they're fucking over people that shouldn't be, so that they can, give people that don't need the time. So yeah, it's weird, but I agree that Thunder Rosa is going to retain. I don't think that Serena Deeb is quite there yet. if at all. I don't even know if
Yeah.
you could push her to be a champion.
Yeah, Serena Deeb will never be there. She's not there. She's not made of that.
Right.
Ever. Like maybe Ring of Honor, maybe the NWA stuff that she did.
Mm-hmm.
But she's not a main TV champion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a world champion on a television network. I wouldn't even put the Impact title on her.
But, yeah.
She's not there.
No. Walter's going for Thunder Rosa for the win over Serena Deeb. And Luke says there's also rumors that a mystery team and a mystery person will show up. So there could be swerve in the title matches. Right. I mean, something could happen with the tag team championship match.
Right.
Anything's
and if
possible.
that happens, then obviously we'll change on the fly our predictions. Although I still don't see them bringing in a new team and putting a title on them.
Right.
Unless it's literally the Road Warriors. But they're both dead, so I don't know.
They're ghosts. Their ghosts could show up in their bright, sparkly pants.
The Dudley boys show up. Devon, get the tables. He's like, I'm 87 years old. I don't set up furniture anymore. I sound just like
I got my walker.
Boom. Well, they brought in the Hardys. I think they're older.
With their walkers.
I feel like they're older than the Hardys, but
By the way, guys, the reason why the whole Darby O'Reilly thing is happening is because Sting is actually really injured.
Yeah.
Like, for real injured. Like, this isn't a work or KFAB or anything like that. He actually was injured by O'Reilly. Like, O'Reilly injured him. O'Reilly's a douchebag. So, which goes to show you probably shouldn't continuously, hire douchebags from NXT, but
that you're going to say from Walmart.
From Walmart.
Well, that's where a lot of people get their douchebags.
You know what? Douchebags probably can be found at multiple Walmarts, especially in the really bad sections of the United States. Probably a lot of douchebags probably go to Walmart. In the upper crust areas where there's nice Walmarts, probably not so much douchebags. It's on the other end of the scale of douche.
Summer's Eve.
Summer's Eve. Walter's like AEW Friday Rampage 6:30 p.m. before NBA. Walter's like CM Punk for the win and Jade will lose. Just catching up. You think Jade will lose, huh?
Ooh,
think she's
wow.
going to lose to Anna Jay, huh?
If she loses there, it's to become world champion on Wednesday.
Yep. That's the only thing. That's the only way I'd be okay with it. That's it. The only way it could happen or be okay with it happening.
Yeah, she would have to destroy Thunder Rosa Wednesday if they're ready to do that.
Yeah.
But they're both... Well, no, Thunder's is a face. It could work. They could push Jade after her. But Anna Jay as a television champion that did not... Now, granted, Anna Jay has won something like 14 matches in a row.
Right.
Granted, those are all on Dark and Rampage. But that's why she deserves this title shot, by the way.
Because she's never been on TV, but it's cool.
Right. Why you would not have that face on TV, I have no idea. I guess that's Tony Khan. Maybe he likes boys.
He does. I think he does. I think he likes people that are his size and are shaped like him, and that's it. And then he doesn't feel unempowered. I think it makes him feel power.
Girls out
power. Of his Tall girls especially probably make him cringe. Anyways, Walter's like CM Punk for the win, Jade, and Luke's LOL about our Dudley Boys geriatric guys. Walter's like the Hardy Boys for the win, and David Robert Wood is in our chat. Hey, David says, hi, everyone. Hello. And Walter says, is Darby Allin in a match? Yes. Yes, it's new. That one they just barely added. He's in a match against O'Reilly. So pick who you shall for that one. Looks like Dudleys are older. They were on mid-20s when Hardys arrived in WWE, plus the Dudleys were in ECW when it started.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like old and dead.
They were fantastic.
They would have to come down in their rascals, literally, to have a match.
They're like, Edge, can I borrow your rascal?
They're like, hey, can you guys put our coffins on a gurney? And run us down there? We'll show you what a real fucking coffin match is like. Just kidding.
Or the Steiners show up. Although Rick's working with WWE right now, so that might not work.
Pickle is in the chat for just a second. He says, I'm here for a moment. Did some yard work and feeling sticky. Sticky icky. Feeling sticky icky. Walter's like, Darby for the win, and I will be here Friday for SmackDown. Sweet, Walter. So will we. All right, we've got one match left on the whole pay-per-view card. We went through a whole bunch of them in lickety-split time tonight. AEW World Heavyweight Championship match. Old Hangman Page versus the gross, disgusting CM Punk.
CM Punk is going to win this. I just feel like they want to put the title on him so he can explore other areas of other opponents. More baby faces can be buried by him.
Right.
Unless he is going to be the baby face because they're kind of leaning that way, but he's still kind of a dick. So he's an interesting character, and I'm kind of glad that they're not making him a face or a heel if you want to have
that kind of a way to look at it.
But I do know that Tony Khan raves about it. Paige. He loves Paige. He put the title on Paige. He thinks Paige is the best champion they've ever had. I think they want him to have a long run as champion, so he could definitely win this, and this could hypothetically be the end of Punk. He only signed a year contract.
Right.
And so Punk might just be going away, so Paige could definitely win this because Khan does like him.
Yes. I didn't know that part, but everybody knows my feelings about garbage face CM Punk. Like, I fucking loathe him, and I hate him even more for the crap that he pulled.
Yeah, I get it.
Not this week, but the week before. Very, very controversial crap he did. You shouldn't bring that into any job that you do. I don't care what your beliefs are. Anyway, so I'm going to, of course, go with Hangman Page because I hate CM Punk so bad that I wish he would fall off the face of the earth. Yeah, that's my thoughts. That's my only thoughts.
All right, so how do you see this match going?
Like, what do you mean going? Like, as in going...
How does he beat him?
I don't know. I mean, they've had plenty of matches where they went a long period of time and everything and stuff like that and whatnot. I don't know.
35-minute match?
Will it be the main event?
Oh. No, there's not even a question.
But will it? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, well, you know, according to Sophie, it all depends on, you know, the NBA stuff and whatever.
Well, right, which means they'd have it at the end. Even more. Because usually they would put Punk at the beginning because that's what he does. But it's the world change. Like, we even saw it with Hangman and Kenny Omega. You know, like, they're going to put it at the end.
Right.
And there's been matches where it shouldn't have been the main event. Kenny Omega, John Moxley.
True.
Right. But it ended up being a great match. They tore the house down. And I can't remember any other matches on that card right offhand. But there was that tag team match with the ladders. Greatest match I've ever seen.
That was when you're like, I really like these luchador guys.
Lucha. Santana and Ortiz.
The Lucha Brothers.
But they were so awesome. It was unreal.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, it's tough.
I really don't know. I don't know how they'd be able to play it. It can't be a short match, that's for sure. It's got to go a certain length of time. I mean, they'll probably use each other's moves, and I don't know. I really don't. I mean, I don't know. With them making Hangman all angry all the time and stuff like that, I don't know. I really don't know how it's going to play out.
I have a hard time thinking that Punk will kick out of the buckshot lariat.
Right.
But I do have a feeling that Paige is going to kick out of the DDF or whatever the hell it's called.
Whatever his stupid move
the
is.
STFU shit. Well, he'd get mad if I said that. That's John Cena's move, and he hates John Cena. But anyways, his move.
So basically, it's John Cena's move.
No, the STFU.
Is what CM Punk does,
no,
but he doesn't call it that.
No, it's 3 letters, but I can't remember them.
But it's the same move.
No. One more time. Not even close. He uses his knee, and John Cena just throws him on the ground.
Because CM Punk is weak. He's weak. He's a weak, disgusting person. Weak. Like, anyways, while you're thinking about those letters that are not in the RKO family, right. Piccolo's like, I never liked Bubba Ray. He's a bit of an asshole. And Piccolo's like, that's my spirit animal. Caramel macchiato Punk. Well, you can fucking keep him and take him to bed with you for all I care. Looks like I want Paige to win, but I feel Punk will win by fully turning heel and start our rivalry with Paige. And as of yet named group, because even though I don't like him, he makes a top hill. Does he though? Does he make a top hill? I feel like he is so bad at wrestling right now.
GTS. That's it. See, Piccola said it. It's GTS. Go to sleep. I knew it was 3 letters.
That it makes me sick to watch him, because he literally has to take a break after every 2 moves in the beginning of the match, and then as they get closer to the middle of the match, he does 1 move and then has to take a nap for 10 minutes because he's this out of shape, I do too much drugs and drink guy that he can't even keep up with anybody. I don't care. I don't care if they like him or not. I have every right to not like him. Just like they have all the rights in the world to like him, I have every right not to like him as well. My opinion. My opinion only. Not telling everybody else their opinions. It's my opinion. Piccolo says, yeah, let's go to sleep. It was taken from Kenta. Luke says, I think Punk will go full heel by cheating and then surprise everyone by joining or revealing a new group. I don't know who the group would be, but it's
Serena
just the feeling I have.
She's going to shave her head.
She's going to go back and hang out with him, get some boobs.
boobs.
She's going to stuff some balloons in her blouse and go put a bald cap on. And James Howell says, get the table. Yeah?
Yep.
Get the table.
Get the table.
Go to sleep.
No, get the table.
GTS.
The Dudleys.
Oh.
When I was talking about
get
the
table. Gothleshia says, me and Dalitha are both matching. We are both wearing purple. Sweet.
Woo.
Everybody's got the purple on tonight. Fantastic. I just didn't want to be extra warm. It got up to like 80-something degrees
like
here.
Today, yeah.
It was horrible. And tomorrow it's supposed to be like 70, and then over the weekend it's supposed to be like cold and rainy, which is normal for Memorial Day weekend. Fun and games. All right, everybody. Well, we went over our predictions. Hopefully you guys, if you were here, you have your predictions. You guys are more than welcome to just comment on the, video and put your predictions down below.
Tell us what match you're most looking forward to.
What match you're looking forward to. Which match you feel will be the most upset. In all reality, will it really be the, heavyweight championship match will be an upset, or will it be something else that will be a huge upset?
Huge.
I don't know. Huge. Ginormous. Very large and in charge kind of stuff. But anyways, that's it. We went through 45 matches in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's not hard to do when there's not a lot of talking going on.
What? There was so much talking going on.
Woo!
I talked and talked and talked and gave my opinion multiple times. Then got told I wasn't allowed to have an opinion by somebody. We're not going to name names.
It's not.
Now I'm being abused. But anyways, yeah. So we're going to leave because we have a show we want to watch that starts here in about 8 minutes.
It's about cooking. It's called Rat in the Kitchen.
Flutterpunk's like, I know your
listings.
gothiness. I know. Totally. I do have an inner goth person in me. My favorite color is black, by the way. All right, guys. Hey, you guys have a wonderful night. Thanks for hanging out with us. We will definitely be back tomorrow for SmackDown. So please join us then. And, of course, if you're watching Impact, congratulations. And, of course, Rampage is on at a different time tomorrow. So, check your local stations for that time.
All right, and it is live tomorrow. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab, and we'll see you Friday tomorrow.
Bye-bye.